What's up, everyone? Ronnie Cruz here with Path of the Network Marketer 365-day video challenge, where I bring you a fresh new video every day, chronicling my adventures as I learn how to leverage social media to build my network marketing business so that I can then in turn teach you to do the same. 16 seconds. 16 seconds. Well, 16 and a half. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Another beautiful day, beautiful afternoon out here. I'm kind of bumming. This recording is just one of those. Yeah, can't really do much around the property because it's been raining. Well, you see it's sunny in this video, but right over there, massive, massive rain clouds. There's a massive storm coming in. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's sunny here, but yeah, this storm is it's descending. It's descending upon us. I'm just out here at another midday bonfire because why not? Why not? Um, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, very inarticulate right now. For me, it's just like whatevs. All right, like there. Some of you that might see this and be like, why is Ronnie having a bonfire in the middle of the day in the middle of the summer? My answer always is why not? Right? Why not? There's no rules. There's just like whatevs. Like why wouldn't I? Right? If I want a bonfire in the middle of the afternoon in the middle of summer, I'll have a bonfire in the middle of the afternoon in the middle of summer. I think as a general principle, it's kind of how I live, right? I don't live with well, I've tried my best to live my life without constraints. Intelligent constraints, of course, but like 99% of what we think we have to do or how we think things should be, it's just all arbitrary and really are become limitations that we hold on to keep ourselves certain, I guess. I don't know. We hold on to those things because maybe it makes sense, or maybe because it keeps we have this sense of certainty and safety. Um, existing constructs and definitions, but really none of that has to be anything. It really doesn't. We don't have to. I mean, again, outside of things that are designed to keep us safe and keep us hurting from each other as human beings, there's no set. There like yeah, the word should doesn't exist in my vocabulary. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't know really I was going with that. Well, I guess from a network marketing and online marketing, social media marketing, like people speak in such with such definitive, like, this is how it is, right? Like they're so certain in what they know of the world. Um, and that, to me, I feel like that's always the conversation, right? And really, like, okay, whatever, you do you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how I choose to see the world, or that's not how I choose to even. Um, w- those aren't the definitions necessarily I will um, uh, run and operate my life under. But if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. That's great. Doesn't mean it's how things should be. Doesn't mean that it's the only way. There are a million infinite other ways of living life than how you're living it. And your constructs and your concepts of this existence and of the world, really be cognizant of that, and how much of it is actually um, real, or how much of it is yeah, arbitrary constructs, right? Like a bonfire in the middle of the afternoon in the middle of summer. Why not? Right? Right? And that's just one example. I mean, obviously, even as network marketers, we're naturally, I think, doing something that's completely outside of the box than a good amount of the population. For me, there. there was no conversation in my circles about network marketing being potentially being a career path, right? Right? Like there was only one. I mean, even entrepreneurism, right? There was never really talk of going into business for myself. There was no talk of well, there was definitely no talk of pursuing the creative arts. It was, this is how life is. Go to college, get a degree, so you can get a job and you can live out your life. That was the only conversation, and people don't question that, right? People don't question that, which is fine. But for me, it's just like, well, why wouldn't I question it? Uh, because there's got to be more to life, right? There's got to be more to this experience, and so yeah, yeah, yeah. That goes within network marketing as well, like with online. I mean, I think I talked about this in a couple episodes ago about the gatekeeping and how, like, okay, there's kind of, we have I think a natural resistance as humans and then as network marketers to having new conversations and conversations about changing the way things are done, right? Like, again, there's a massive shift that's happening. It's not coming. It's happening in the marketplace and therefore in network marketing, and very few people are actually facing it and addressing it and charging at it headlong. Um, but you got to do it, right? You got to really let go of those constructs because, again, it's so arbitrary. It's so arbitrary. How you do things is just how you do things. It's not necessarily how things should be done, nor, I think this is even more important, those things aren't necessarily how you should continue doing them. Remember, change is inevitable. It's happening whether you like it or not. It's happening whether you perceive it or not. So willingness to always challenge those constructs, challenge what you think you know about the world, challenge what you think you know about yourself, right? I may have talked about this before on this show. Blank slate. Hashtag blank slate. I'm going to keep talking about that, right? It's waking up with a blank slate allows you to, well, yeah, well, it's letting go of, again, what you think you know about the world, letting go of who you think you are and what you think you know about yourself. When you wake up every day with a blank slate, then you open yourself up to more possibilities as opposed to waking up with those your existing constructs that just you start every day with automatically with limitations, right? So yeah, be willing to challenge what you know and what you think you know, right? Because I guarantee you 99.99% of what you think you know, it's arbitrary, and there's probably better ways of looking at things, and probably definitely better ways of experiencing things, right? Better ways of living. So be willing to have a bonfire in the afternoon in the middle of summer, um, in 80-degree heat. That's why I'm sitting in the shade. Actually, it was overcast earlier when I started the fire, but as soon as it got going, the sun came out, and now I have to sit in the shade until the cloud cover comes back. Um, but be willing to do those kind of things, right? Be willing to dance in the rain, um, because yeah, well, that's where discovery lies, right? That's where adventure lies. That's where creation exists. Um, you can't continue to create if you are shackled by the limitations that you insist are true, right? Um, I'm not saying they're not, what I am saying is that there are other ways, other ideas, other options to explore. So be willing to explore. Be willing to dance in the rain. Anyways, I don't know. It's just what I want to talk about today. Again, it's me trying to stay ahead and have stuff banked because it's going to be a hectic next couple of days. It's going to be a hectic week, 2 weeks because we're going to be traveling, and I got to prepare for the event. I got to prepare my trainings and my talks, and I'm still, yeah, well, still kind of going through the grieving process, which is, yeah, make things. Well, it's just everything is a chore right now. So I'm giving myself as much grace and as much self care as I can. I'm also on a 6 day bender right now. Nah, it's not that bad, but yeah, I have been consuming more alcohol than I usually do. Well, it would be like I was on an incentive trip. Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend I'm on at an all-inclusive vacation. Yeah, that's it. More to come from me. I'm gonna let this fire, yeah, burn, and then I'm gonna grill some jalapenos and some other stuff to make our jalapeno paste that we love with our food. Yeah, really easy. Just jalapenos and like a tomato, habanero. Grill it over the fire, over the hot coals, and then just kind of puree it into a paste. You can eat it with whatever you want to eat. It's delicious. I mean, if you want to season it with salt, pepper, um, maybe a little fish sauce, patis for you Filipinos, give a little bit of saltiness. But other than that, that's it. Yeah, makes it nice and yummy. Anyways, that's the plan for today. Maybe I'll shoot off another video, but I am nice and I've got a good like 2-3 days padding. Um, but yeah, I may make another one here today so I can get even further ahead. Like you guys know, bank your content. Um, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Another video from me soon. Well, tomorrow. So until then, guys, be well, be safe. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.